Hey guys, what's up? Today is December 30th, which means 2025 is literally just around the corner. Now, I don't know about you guys, but around this time, I do like to sit down and reflect. You know, I'm not gonna preach or anything like that, but I do take the time to think about, you know, my goals. Did I reach my goals? If I haven't, what can I do to improve? And it doesn't stop at just my personal life. It also, you know, bleeds into my work life and houseplants. Surprisingly enough, I think for the past few years, actually, especially during COVID, I had prioritized houseplants so much, and I achieved everything that I had sought after. And during those years, it was probably one of the best years that I've had in regards to like meeting goals and, you know, becoming like an entrepreneur. But in any case, in today's video, I actually do want to do, you know, not like a, what do you call it? Not a self-reflection. It's more of houseplant goals that I have set for myself. Just because I want to keep myself accountable, and like I said in my previous video, I'm trying to budget more, I'm trying to be more self-aware and all that other adulting good stuff. So houseplants also need to be, I don't know, it needs to be in check. So let's get started and let's get into this video. All right, so the first houseplant goal that I have for 2025 is to actually go around and start giving more TLC to some struggling plants. Now, what I mean by that is I do have some plants that have been in my care that, you know, they are alive, but they haven't really done anything. When I say they, I'm thinking of my anthuriums and my monstera albos. So I have 3 monstera albos downstairs that have been exactly the same for the past year. They haven't grown in size, they haven't put off new leaves, they've just been kind of stuck. So in 2025, I want to actually kind of kickstart some of the plants. I actually pulled 2 from my collection that I'm actually going to do right now. Only because it's going to be kind of boring with me just kind of talking to the camera and not showing you anything, because I don't think people stay here for that. I feel like people come back here to see the struggles that I have. But I mean, whatever, it's your entertainment. So I have these 2 plants right here. This one is my Anthurium King of Spades. And it's not doing great, but it is still alive. This is the newest leaf that it put off, and obviously it doesn't look very good at all. It could be diseased. It could have some pests, I don't know. But I am going to be reviving this bad boy today. The other plant that I'm reviving is this Addisonii. Right? This is what it is. My variegated Monstera Addisonii. Now, beautiful new leaves, but it seems to be struggling just a bit. Just a bit. This is the plant that would put off a new leaf, die, put off a new leaf, die, and the cycle continues, and I think it's just time to repot this plant. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna repot these 2 right here. These are my must revive struggling plants that I will be working on today. What do I need? I need soil. That's what I need. So let me get started. So I'm gonna keep going with my houseplant goals. The other one that I have is to repot more often. So going along with reviving some struggling plants, I want to, you know, if I see a plant that looks like it needs to be repotted, I am going to do my darnest to repot it as soon as I can. I don't know, like I said in my previous video, I typically don't want to repot a lot of my anthuriums just because I don't want it to grow so big, because I don't have the you know, the space for it. But you know, maybe it's time to let it go. Maybe maybe it's time. I think it's time for me to just kind of do what I can with it, let it grow and thrive, and then I'll just rehome it, because it's just taking up space, and like I said, it's becoming not feasible. So we're trying to budget this year, 2025, so that's just what I'm gonna have to do. I may just need to repot as much as I can, and then once it starts to put off, I'm gonna put off a new leaf. I'm going to reassess, to think to myself, do I still like you? Do I still want to keep you in my collection? If the answer is no, then off you go. And also, I feel like there's just no pleasing people. I mean, if the plant dies, I'm hated on because, God forbid, I killed the plant. If I give away my plants or if I rehome it, it's like, why did you even get it in the first place? You just can't please everybody. But anyways, I got off topic. I forgot what I was saying. What else do I need in here? I need perlite. Oh, another houseplant goal for 2025 that I want to keep myself accountable for is to declutter. So going along with the whole thing about, you know, I want to repot and give away, sell, whatever, like some plants in my collection, I also want to declutter as much as I can. I feel like now, with like just considering how big the plants are right now, they have just kind of taken over my home, and it's getting to the point where it just looks messy. It's no longer cute anymore. Now it's just messy. And I say that because if you had seen my previous video in regards to the begonia, that plant just makes a mess everywhere. And I've noticed that a lot of my plants that are growing and thriving, it's starting to drop a lot of its older leaves as it's putting off new leaves. So it's getting a little bit messy, and I think I need to just have like more low maintenance plants in my collection. And I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm gonna do a video on some house plants that are like super low maintenance, that's very easy to care for like, you know, really busy people. I think that would be a very helpful video. But of course, I feel like if you are able to have, or if you're able to take the time, like 20 minutes out of your day to, you know, do a walk around and actually look at your plants and care for it, I think you can take care of any plant. It's just the type of plants that I think would be good for people who are very busy to have are the ones where, you know, it doesn't get pests as often. It's okay if you forget to water it every now and then. Those are the plants that I want to bring to your attention. Okay, now my mixture is all done. So I think I stopped talking after I said perlite. So in here is perlite, peat moss, tree fern fiber, and bark. And let me get my gloves on. And we're gonna start with the what do you call it? The Addisonii. I don't know why I keep forgetting its name. I think also I'm looking at it and giving it side eye because it just looks so sad and pathetic right now. But yeah, so let's move this over here. All right, so this is the condition of the Addisonii. It looks very pretty, and actually it fell off of my my shelf earlier this week, and I was mortified, just straight up mortified. Anyways, so it was residing in this little cup right here. It's rooted quite a bit, and yeah, so let's take a look. So this is how it looks. I don't really have any root rot, which is nice. I think this plant just straight up needs to be in a bigger home. So let me see what I have over here. All right, so we are going to pot it up in this container right here. I know when you're looking at it in terms of size, it's not that much bigger, but the reason why I'm not going so big with this new pot is because this plant was actually hanging out in oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. I can't think today. Stratum. I was rooting this in stratum and some tree fern fiber, and it seems to have taken very well, as you can see. So I'm not going to shake off any more of the stratum. I'm gonna just put it straight into the new soil mixture. And you guys know I like to repot my plants slowly, like upsize the container and everything else, because God forbid it starts to get root rot. And yeah, so let's just pot this up. Okay, so what did I talk about? I talked about reviving struggling plants. I talked about decluttering. I want to be mindful of the plants that I bring into my collection. So moving forward, I'm not gonna just buy a plant because it looks cute or because it was a good deal. I am going to be more mindful of my purchases and just get plants that fit the aesthetics of my home and my lifestyle. I think it's really important to do that, just because I want to also limit like waste. So with that said, and going along with that, I want to like reduce waste. I don't want to keep purchasing more things. Like, I'm looking around and it's actually quite overwhelming how much crap I have in this room. For example, I'm looking at a bag of moss that's been sitting there for probably 2 years now, and I haven't done anything with it, but I'm pretty sure I purchased it because it was on sale, or I needed to buy something extra so that I can have free shipping. So I want to be very mindful of all of my purchases for 2025. I don't want to have extra items. I'm going to use everything that I have up, and then, only then, will I make new purchases. I want this a little bit lower, just because it started to put off new fuzzy aerial roots. So I want the aerial roots to be in the substrate, so that way it can kind of like anchor itself and continue to grow. Okay, pretty much almost done here. All right, so here she is, all potted up. Now I am hoping that, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a new little aerial root that kind of wants to emerge right here, and I'm kind of hoping that it puts off a really long aerial root and I can just kind of stick it into the soil here. That way, once it's established itself, I can go ahead and just put like a little trellis behind it to give it more support. And as you know, if you give your climbing plants like a support, like a trellis, it'll just give you bigger leaves. So that is what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna just chop it up just a little more. It's like, why not, right? Why not? There. Okay. Next plant is this King of Spades. So let's work on this King of Spades now. I'll go ahead and just pull it out from here. Honestly, it looks pretty freaking good. Do you see this? Look at this. It looks really good. I'm not gonna, I don't know. I'm always so scared. I'm always scared to disturb the root ball, only because the Thai constellation has given me so much trauma. Anyways, let's peel this stuff back, see what we're working with. I don't like this. I'm gonna move that. I really want to clip off this leaf right here, but I want to make sure that the growth point is actually there before I start to do anything. So what I'm actually doing is peeling back all this dry stuff right here. I think that's it. So it does have a nice little crown, or whatever you want to call it, growth point right here. It's very viable, clearly. I don't know why this leaf never grew. I don't know, but I'm clipping it. And I'm also going to peel this off as well, only because I don't want the plant to focus on giving, you know, nutrients and taking all of its energy to keep these guys alive. I wanted to put it towards this new growth point right here. So I think that's it. Give this a little shake. Yeah, it's very root bound. So I think I had potted this up in tree fern fiber and charcoal. What else? Perlite, and it was doing really good. So I'm not going to disturb that root ball. What I'm actually going to do is just put it in a new container. So it was originally in this. We're going to upsize it to this, and let's see if it'll kind of fit. Okay, yeah, it'll fit. So gonna have to disturb just a little bit down here. Yes. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna take my time and repot this. Now, I don't know if I ever talked about it before. I'm sure I have at some point, but just a gentle reminder, when you're repotting your plants, I think it's really important to have a stick, so that you can kind of, let me see if I can show you, wiggle the root or wiggle the roots, really, so that the soil and the substrate can kind of reach the bottom and fill the air pockets. It's really important to do that because you don't want large air pockets when you're repotting, because when you go to water your plant, those air pockets are going to just retain large amounts of water, and that's how you're going to get root rot. So a little tip for you guys, if you didn't already know. If you already knew, just a gentle reminder. And I think those are all of the houseplant goals that I had for 2025. So they were to revive some struggling plants. Don't purchase any more new plants. I should be very mindful of that. And I think that's also really important because, like, I was spending money like stupid. Yeah, like I had no rationale at all. It was just more of, oh, that plant looks so pretty, I want it, can I afford it? Yeah. And then it's like, you know, you're eating cardboard for the next week or two. Low-key kidding, but not really. but yeah, so what else? Declutter. So once I start reviving some of those plants, I want to declutter and rehome some of the plants to people, or just throw them away if it's really not surviving. I don't want to, well, how many was that? What was that? Revive plants. Oh, repot more often. Yes, that was the last one, I think. I want to repot as much as I can. Especially for the plants that are doing very well. I think I should give special attention to those plants because I have some plants that have been with me for quite a long time, and even I'm surprised that it's still alive, truly. All right, I'm nearly done here. All right, so this is as good as it's going to get. And you know, I'm actually crossing my fingers and my toes in hopes that it's gonna grow up to look like this picture right here. I haven't been on Instagram looking at plant stuff in such a long time, but whenever I go on so many plants, I swear he always posts photos of anthuriums where I'm like, why can't mine look like that? Or why can't mine continue to stay looking like that? But anyways, I really hope that my next leaf looks almost like that. It'll bring me so much joy if it does. But yeah, I hope that this video kind of inspired you guys to have your own houseplant goals, or even goals in general for 2025. I'm not one to preach or anything like that. It's just, I think it's a good good habit to keep, so that way you stay accountable and you can prioritize other things, because, you know, like I said previously, we all gotta pivot. Our priorities are going to change at some point. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in 2025. Bye.